Today's Pioneer profile is Mario Millonzi, a senior soccer player whose class has more victories than any other in Pioneer history. First of all, can you believe it's been 4 years?
Went by so fast, for sure.
And what have been the highlights of your career?
I would definitely say the highlight has been our trip to the NCAA tournament last year. It would have been nice to be able to go out on top like our past seniors have, but it was good to get to play again. But that's definitely a highlight.
Has it hit you yet that you were part of the team, the first ever to make the tournament?
Kind of. I think it'll sink in more once we're done, and depending on what other classes go, if they go in the next year or the year after that. But yeah, it'll sink in once I'm done playing.
Okay. As you mentioned, the 2009 season's been a little bit different. Your coach had a heart attack on August 1st, and assistant coach Allison Sanier took over for Enzo Fuschino. Throughout this time as a senior, you've had to provide a lot of leadership to a young team. Was that something that came naturally to you, or did you have to work at that?
Allison, she's done the best job that she can, and she got stepped into a role that she was not expecting to do. So yeah, like you said, we've had to kind of guide some of the younger players with knowing what to say. And, she's not as loud spoken as someone like Enzo, so we kind of had to, get our players in line sometimes, and know that it's not all fun and games.
Okay. All right. And you're also an industrial engineering major, which is a very time-consuming major.
Very.
How do you balance both your schoolwork and your athletics?
I try to balance it by doing things like taking less credits during the fall. I only have 4 classes, and then I do a heavier load in the spring. But yeah, practice, takes up about 3 hours a night with showering and eating and stuff, and you just don't have a lot of time to do your schoolwork. But yeah, try to balance it. That's all you can do.
Okay. And what would you like to do with your degree when you leave Platteville?
Something in the field. Engineering or industrial engineering is a very broad field, so it leaves it open to many options. Something in the engineering field, I'd say.
And of course, before we talk about you leaving, we have one more big game coming up, UW-Oshkosh on Sunday, a chance to win the first ever WIC championship, at least to clinch a share of it. What would that mean to you?
That would be, the ultimate goal. We've had some downfalls this year. We've lost some games that we definitely should not have lost, but it would make it all better if we could win conference and say one of those teams ends up making the NCAA tournament, and then we still beat them or tie them like we did Whitewater. So that was one of our team goals in the beginning of the year, and it would be nice to fulfill that.
All right, and last question here. Next year, when the team takes the field and you're not out there, talk becomes about, well, Mario's role was this, and how would you like to be remembered in the Pioneer Soccer program?
I guess I wish for our whole class, me and some of the other guys, to be remembered as, we were kind of the transition type of kids. Our team, even a couple of years previously, was not good. We used to constantly get beat, have poor records, and then slowly but surely we started to bring the program up. So that's kind of how I wish we would be remembered, as a transition type to a better squad. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.